And if you want, you could write it down. It's harder to do in your head because it's hard to keep track of. It's like the pros and the cons. So it's like you got to write it down or type it, whatever. So essentially, the pros and cons list is you have your pros on one side, and the pros is basically like all of the benefits that you have, like doing something or it being in something, whether it's a club or a job or whatever. Same thing with your cons list, except that your cons list, it's in the same thing, is essentially the opposite of your pro, which would be, so instead of it being all the benefits, it would be all the downsides. So on one hand, I do understand where Weezy's coming from for certain things that you do personally, because I experienced it, so I get it. But and this is the thought in my head at the time that this was happening. I understood it. I understood his reasons, but on the other, I do feel like he handled it wrong because he felt. I feel like he could have handled that shit better because what he did was childish, and I'm not childish. So when I was talking to you the way I was talking to you, I was talking to you like I would talk to another male, another man, like man to man type shit. Like,
Mhm.
and you know me, I'm brutally honest, so I'm gonna keep it a buck with you because I'm not. I don't sugarcoat shit. You know me. You know I don't do that.
Mhm.
So, but anyway, back to what I was saying. So I made a pros and cons list of all the benefits, all the cons that that I have in the server. Benefits being you're my best friend, you're my brother, like a brother to me, whatever. And I like being in the server. Cons being are some of the things that Weezy had mentioned. Plus, how you talk to me sometimes, like you be talking like you be degrading me sometimes, and I just be letting that shit slide. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So I made a pros and cons list. The pros outweighed the cons, and that's how that works. So if a certain like pro and con, like with the pros and cons list, like let's say your pros outweigh your cons, right? And let's say it's just like I don't know, like quitting your job. What's the benefits and cons, or the positives and the negatives of quitting your job? Positive, you won't be stressed anymore. Negative, you're losing money until you find another
Oh,
job.
dang. Oh, so like that's what we were talking about earlier. You say with this, yeah, you're basically decision making.
No, not now. This was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I know. Like you were asking me something earlier, like 5 minutes ago, before you explained yourself. I didn't know what
hmm
you were talking about at first, but now I do. Yeah.
I made pros and cons list, and the pros outweighed the cons. So right, I stayed.
Hmm.
I wanted to see how it would go. I mainly stayed for you. I didn't stay for the server. I didn't stay for the fame, quote unquote. I stayed for you because you're my best friend. So that's the only reason I stayed. Because one thing nobody will ever say about me is that I'm not loyal. I'm loyal to a friend. You're you're my ride or die. You will be treated as such. But that also means that when if you're, let's say, same thing with me, with you, if you talk to me a certain way or you act a certain way, I'm gonna call you out on it. Same thing you do to me. But I'm like I said, I'm gonna get there. So I stay. Time goes by, we're dissing easy, whatever. And I started to pick up on something. And honestly, I started to pick this up over since I first met you. I was 12 at the time that I met you, and now I'm 16. So I've been little by little, because like I said, I notice things, and when I notice things that interest me, I observe quietly, and you will never know.
No, I knew. I knew.
But
But
that's the
look,
thing,
I'm gonna get to that when I
you
get to
didn't
that.
because you
I
don't. That's
knew.
the thing.
I
But that's
knew.
the thing. You didn't. You didn't though because you didn't know how far it went, and I'm gonna unveil. Going to reveal every bit of that. Um, Sorry, I'm out of breath right now because I just walked home. But
Fun.
I will reveal all of that momentarily. But let me continue. So we're dissing Weezy or whatever. And like I said, as that time went on 2 years ago, I started to notice a pattern with you.
Mm-hmm.
Where I don't know if it's again. I don't know what your past is. I really don't. So I can't
Put it
say,
like
oh,
this, right?
this is
Right. Like,
exactly what it is.
I don't
But
really want to go into deep into the past thing, you know, that
no,
like no one
right.
needs to hear.
I'm not going into your past. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just
Yeah, I know, but
bringing
look,
that up
right?
to.
Basically, what I'm going through right now, I went through a million times. I'll just say that. What I'm going through right now.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna let you talk, but like, let me finish.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
There's
I'm
a
just letting
lot
you know.
more. Okay, and I'm letting you know that this is how it works. This is how adults talk. Like, you know that. So let
This
me
is how
speak,
adults
and then
talk,
when it's
but
your
you're still
turn,
in this server. You're still in this server, and
okay.
this is
But we're
this
adults.
discussion
Okay,
is happening over rule
see, and
breaking.
that's okay, and that's why we're talking about it like adults,
Yeah,
not like children,
we're talking about
not like
just
not
letting
like
you
children
know.
where we're gonna fight and argue and talk over each other. Because I'm not doing that. I'm coming here to talk to you, man to man, adult to adult, about a situation or a conflict. So can I
Yeah, you can go ahead
finish?
and do that. Just because someone is intervening temporarily for a small amount of time doesn't
Well,
mean they're fighting with you or disrespecting. Not
right, and the
everything.
same right, and the same thing
Yes,
could be
I'm
said
letting
about
you
me
know.
when I interrupt you. The same
Yeah,
thing could
so
be said.
yeah, I know. And there's been
But
times where
you,
you
but
interrupt me and I don't say
and
anything
you
bad about it. I just let you do
right.
it.
But most of the time you get mad. Am I not? Am I wrong?
Depending
You
on the
tell me don't
circumstance.
interrupt me. I'm
Yes.
talking. Right. So like I said, I'm gonna
Circumstances
continue.
exist.
All right, but I'm gonna
Circumstances
continue. Can I can
exist.
can, can I continue, please?
In this circumstance, yes, you can.
Okay. So um. See that's why I didn't want to just talk because I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I'm trying to think about what I was saying. Okay, so I noticed a pattern with you. And I don't know if it's from your past. I don't know what the fuck it is that you went through, but you obviously have like some, I wouldn't say conflict, but like, or not internal conflict, but like you have a thing where you clearly feel like you need to be needed. You want to be needed by people. You want to be seen. You want certain attention. I noticed that about you. You don't have to admit it to me, but it's obvious, bro. I'm telling you, it's obvious. Everybody sees it, and they're not going to tell you because they're afraid that you're gonna flip the fuck out. Everybody sees it, bro. Because I know, trust me, I know they do. It's obvious, bro. It's there. You clearly have a thing because notice how every time somebody leaves the server, right, or
Yep.
somebody like leaves you,
Hmm.
you're like, oh, you need me, nigga. You will never be shit without me. Like, no,
Hmm.
every time somebody leaves, you say
Yeah, I
that,
know.
right?
I know. I
Because
do
you're
it on
mad. Because you're mad, and you have every right to be mad. You lost a member. It's like I get it. I get that part. But the part I'm getting at is what you're saying in those moments. Because when you're angry, you
hmm
most of the time will tell the truth, and that's everybody, not just you. That's everybody. When I get mad, I don't hold back. You know that. So that's just people. That's how humans are. When they get mad, they're honest. You saying to every single person, and it was every single person,
Yep, it is.
Krillin, Arte, J
Yep.
Surge,
I know. I
Weezy,
know.
me
I
at
know.
one point.
Yeah.
That right? I'm just stating the people because that
Mhm.
needs to be said. Because this is a recording, so I want everything to be out there just in case.
Now, like little disclaimer. Sorry, little disclaimer. I'm gonna have to bleep out specific names out of
Right?
privacy.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I get that part. That's fine.
Okay.
I get it. So right? When they left, you need me, you will never be shit without me. I'm your father, blah blah blah, right? But I noticed that about you. I don't know if it's something you had in your past where I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know your past. I'm just guessing, or maybe you felt like you weren't seen, or you felt like you weren't heard, and you were looked down on. So you feel the need to make sure people know you need me and whatever. I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know. I'm not going to guess because it's not really my business. But I do know is that it's affecting others, me included, and that's why I'm not coming to you about this the way I'm coming at you because I'm not doing it to be a dick. I'm not doing it to hurt you. I'm not doing it to hurt the server. I'm coming to you because I'm your friend And I'm telling you, friend to friend, man to man, that shit is like whack. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, and I'm telling you from outside, like, because let's say I was a random server member, right? Or a random person, actually, not even a server member, a random person, right? Let's say they stumble on one of your videos, right? And they see, I don't know, the Weezy video, and they hear you saying all that shit. That's their first impression of you. Let's say your job sees that. What do you think they're gonna say, right?
They're gonna this nigga got problems or some other shit.
Right, exactly. They're gonna have a problem. So what I'm getting at, right, is yeah, you could do all the roasting, all that shit. That's cool, and you keep it friendly. Like, but it gets to a point where like we joke and we know we're joking. That's different. I've known you for 6 years. That's different, right? But it crosses a line where you feel too comfortable, and that's me too, because it's not just you, it's me too, and I'm working on it. So, and I'm telling you because I don't want you to think like, oh, it's just you, because it's not. It's both of us. We both have shit that we have to work on. So that's why I'm addressing it to you, because I feel like sometimes you don't see how you act and how you speak sometimes. Because I feel like you're too like caught up in the moment and too angry to really realize how you sound sometimes. Like, that's why I'm telling you this from like a other person that's not you, and I'm telling you how it looks to other people, because I was once those other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm coming to you with this. So anyway, so like from outside looking in, like they're gonna obviously have a not have a problem with your work might, but a random person just like, who the fuck is this person? Like, and then like they're probably not even gonna think about it, or it's just some low YouTuber with a whatever. I forget your amount of subscribers because I haven't looked in a while, but like whatever subscribers you have, because I know it's a lot. So like whatever with 1,000K, whatever amount of subscribers, he's not really that high in the YouTube chain, whatever, and scroll past you. Now, if they were to see your texting stories, on the other hand, then they might be like, okay, you know what, this dude's low-key chill, he's funny. But you gotta like, that's what I'm saying. You don't see it like that because you're too like caught up in the feeling of I want to be needed, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know, and that's the thing too. I don't think it comes from like, give me a minute because I need a drink. A drink. My
Yep.
throat is dry as fuck.
Yeah, you
I don't
walked.
think. hmm I don't think that it's coming from a place of like, oh, I'm just a bad person, because I don't think you're a bad person at all. I just think that you got your own issues, and I also think that you know you coming from you doing that, it's just like not the part where, oh yeah, you need me and all, like not that, but like when you come at me like, oh, don't do this, or not even don't telling me not to do something, but like the you can't speak to me a certain way, you got to speak to me a certain way because blah blah blah. I think that's part of obviously your desire to be seen as, I wouldn't say powerful, but like somebody, I guess, respected, right? You want to be respected. That's what it mainly is, right? You want to be respected.
No, it's not. Well, what's your definition of respect? Because there's different versions of respect.
What
There's
I
the
see as respect is if when you talk to
respect.
somebody with respect, right? You give them respect, which is like, so yeah, I feel like you got to talk to somebody with respect, which is like,
Mhm.
don't talk down to them. Talk to them level headed. Don't yell, don't scream.
Well,
Like
in that case, I
and
feel
not even just
like
yelling or screaming, but like in that, like with that too, like just talk to them how you would want to be spoken to if it was you, right? So that's what I see it as.
all
Like
right.
that's
So
why right
basically,
now, that's wait. Let me just finish this, and you can say say your thought, because and I'm not gonna be a dickhead and I'll let you speak until I'm done. Like actually, but like I'm saying this, let me get my thought out, and then you know what I'm saying, when you want to come in and be like, oh, is this or something, or that's what I was getting at, by the way, before. I didn't want you to think like, oh, you're not allowed to talk. But what I'm saying is like, just let me get my thought out first, and then when I'm done speaking and I pause, then you can be like, oh, by the way, is this, you understand what I'm saying?
depending on the circumstance, I'll see what I can do about that. It's just you asked me what like something with respect. I thought I had to answer that question. That's why I asked you what's your definition.
Right.
So
That's why I'm. Yeah. Right. And that's okay. That's not bad. That's why I'm explaining that to you. So like, not screaming or yelling, not just that, it's a lot more than just not screaming and yelling, like, because that's just the, which that's what you're not like, not that you're not supposed to, everybody gets mad once in a while, but like if you can help it, like for example, that's why right now I could have came at you screaming and yelling at you, but what the fuck was that gonna do other than cause even more of a conflict, and would have caused even more problems than there needed to be, when I could just come to you like this, right? There's no point. So that's what I'm getting at. It's like sometimes you come off like I'm better than you, and like you're nothing compared to me. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not telling you this again to be a dickhead. I'm not telling you this to, you know what I'm saying? Like I have no negative intentions, but being honest with you because you're my best friend. And I would do this for not just you, but I would do this for any of my friends. Because I'm a real ass nigga. I'm not gonna lie. So how it looks to people, and again, they could also ask, is this how you meant it? But they don't. They take it a certain way because that's just people. But if you can help it, try to be aware, right? But that's not how all people are. We're different. So, like, when you talk a certain way or you act a certain way, that's why I try to be like, okay, so why are you talking to me that way? And you're like, oh well, because like the other day when I forgot what it is that I said, but I said something and you took it like I was just being disrespectful. I forgot what was it? Do you remember?
I'm gonna get to that when I get to that because that's exactly what I was trying to tell you before. I was trying to tell you something about your memory. You don't remember the event that I was trying to
No,
tell you next.
no, actually, wait, no, wait, because I could definitely remember it if I think
It's
about it. It's just like,
no, like basically you remember things. Like basically, I was telling you what you said, then you kind of corrected me and said you said this, and you didn't mean it in a bad way. That I was trying to
oh
tell
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, that's right. I said to you because, oh yeah, that's right, because I said to you, like, if you want to warn me, then just warn me. But I'm not really minding that right now because I got more important things to worry about. Now, not like, but I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get there though. But anyway, so back to the other stuff. So I noticed that with you, and I noticed that like you have some kind of like trauma response. I noticed that like you panic when you feel like you are not in control of things. You like get like, I'm not gonna lie, you start kind of tweaking. Like I'm like, bro, chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that deep. It's just the internet at the end of the day. It's just internet shit. Like I get it because on one hand, because you built this shit. Literally built this shit. Like I understand. But to an extent, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you don't wanna have to rebuild, but like, nigga, at the end of the day, like this is just like internet shit. You know what I mean? Like this shit ain't real. At the end of the day, like niggas is gonna come and go. You telling me you gonna make a video on everybody you disagree with?
Yes, I will, and I will keep doing it. I will
But
keep
what does that solve, Red? What does that solve other than create more drama? Don't you
drama.
want to avoid drama?
Drama.
You say
Beef
you
never
say that
Beef never ends. Drama doesn't. I could literally be an average nigga, which I
you
am,
but,
an average
but you
nigga going about his business. A nigga will start with me just because they want to.
right,
Drama
and you don't
is
have to, right,
everywhere.
right,
When
right, and
drama,
Red.
when people verbally attack
Okay,
you,
Red,
because you
correct,
went
calm
on
down,
long
calm
enough.
down. Red,
No,
your
because
tone.
listen. And no, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just projecting my voice.
No, I know you're talking loud, but relax. That's all I'm getting at. But go ahead.
I'm not gonna relax. I'm doing this on purpose. It's not just about building a server. No, I act like this everywhere. I'm a member in tons of servers. People know me like this. This is how I am. It's not about what
Okay,
I
but
built, what I didn't. No, I act like this no matter where in real life, on the internet. it doesn't matter. And I do this for a reason. It's not a trauma response. I know you're not purposely saying, "Hey, I went through this in my." No, you don't know my life. You even said that. You admitted that. You're not trying to. No, no, no. It's not trauma. It's not me trying to be in control. It's none of that shit. I respond a certain way to disrespect.
Right, and so do
Whether
I. But you can't. Right,
whether
but
you
here's.
did, and but this is
Sorry, go
my
ahead. You're right.
service. This is my adults. You want to be an adult? You don't know what it's like to be an adult. I'm an adult. I know how it's like to be an adult. You
Red.
don't. You
You
want to
pay
be an
red.
adult so bad until it's time to be an adult, and then now
Let
you're
me.
learning. You're learning, and
Let
you're
me.
sorry. And I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. You don't understand what I'm telling you because when you get to my age, you're gonna understand. The same thing happened when you were 12. I told you things when you were 12. You didn't understand it. I told you to your face. Give it time. You will understand. Years later, you hit me with, now I see why Red did this. I'm sorry, Red. It's gonna
No,
happen
but here.
again. It doesn't matter how old you get. It's going to happen again. Even my parents do this. They do the same thing because, like you said, adults learn too. Even my parents do the same thing. Even my parents have to learn things and this, that, and the third. Even this, all other stuff like that.
Right, but here's the thing. I get where you coming from with disrespect, but I'm the same way. So you can't expect
But
me if
we're
you
not
coming at me.
equal. Listen,
Okay,
we are
yeah,
not equal. When
okay,
we
but it
suffer,
okay, but
we're
it
not
don't
equal.
matter. It don't matter. It's a respect thing. Like
It's
if
a
you want
respect
that,
thing.
if you want
Yes,
respect, right? Then you can't just
I give
expect
my
me if
members
you
respect. I give
no
them
you
the
did that, but
respect
what
they
you give
deserve.
me is not respect. You talking to me like the way you were talking to me the other
That's
day,
because
like
you started
that
with
that's
me
not
first.
respect. No,
That's
I
because
didn't.
you started. Yes, you
I
did.
didn't argue with you. I did not. All I said to you was I'm kind of going through a lot right now. I don't really mind
Who
the warning.
said?
Just do
But
what you got to
man,
do.
who said their disrespect started with an argument? There's other forms of disrespect. I
Like
take
what?
so much shit from everyone in this server, and I let it slide because certain things are not worth a full scale war.
Right. My
You have
okay.
disrespected me a million times, and I let it slide. Not
And
I.
you
I
do the
don't hide it
same.
from you. I
And
warn
you
you
do the
or I
same.
tell
You do
you
the
about
same.
it.
And I let it slide. Like you talk to
Oh,
me crazy,
listen,
and I be letting that shit slide. But like
listen.
I'm not letting that shit slide no more. That's what I'm getting
That's
at.
that's
It's
because you
okay.
started with me first. People start
No,
shit with me
bro,
first.
no, because you
Yes,
do the
you
same
did.
shit. You come at me disrespectfully too sometimes,
No,
whether you
you
need
just
to
don't
do
know
it or
why
not.
I do it. You disrespect
But, but, it,
me
but, is it,
first.
but no, no, I
Yes,
don't,
you
bro. I'm
do.
telling
You're
you,
not even gonna
I know
let me
what disrespect
explain
looks like.
how. I let you
All
talk
right,
for
go ahead.
10 minutes.
Explain. Go ahead. Explain. I'm listening.
You came to me with the situation with that person, and you also told me a certain girl. You were trying, like, you spent 10 minutes trying to explain the whole story to me and whatnot, right? And I interrupted you one time because, but not because I was criticizing you. It was more like, oh yeah, I remember this. I was just, speaking out, thinking out loud, and then you were trying to ask me to let you finish. So I was like, all right, yeah, my bad or whatever like that. But chill, watch your tone, chill, but my bad, right? So I let you speak.
And then I said, what are you talking about? What do you mean watch my tone? I didn't understand because
Yeah,
I didn't think saying, can you let me finish is
I
saying,
tell you what I mean, and you don't agree. But
hmm,
then when we get
I
to this
don't, but
point, no, listen,
all right, go ahead.
because you see how you're like, I don't know what you mean. I tell you what I mean, and then it turns to I don't agree, and then when the moment is right, you switch back to I don't understand what you mean. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it doesn't matter whether you understand or not. Rules are rules. Follow the rules, or there will be consequences. You disrespected me and my server the moment you broke rules, or the moment you speak to an authoritative figure in this server in a certain way. At first, I gave you a verbal warning out of pure respect because it's not worth all that rah rah. I told you over and over. You've been talking to me like this since the summertime. We made an entire private video over an hour or two long over this shit. That's why I told you earlier through text. I knew you're gonna get like this. I was waiting. I already know what you're gonna do before you do it. I told you in that video 6, 7 months ago when you came back in the server because you went through a whole break because you were going through things in your life. Then we had a whole 2 hour discussion on video about this stuff. I already knew this was gonna happen. I know when people are hiding things from me because people have been hiding things from me since elementary school. Whatever you're gonna do to me, I already know what you're gonna do because
Tell
other
me what
people.
I'm. So then, by all means, if I'm hiding something from you, tell me what is it that I'm hiding
You
from you.
you literally told me what you hid from me.
Which is
I sat back and I'm observing things. I've been spending 1, 2 years observing this with the Weezy after the Weezy stuff because what Weezy did was so immature. I knew where he was coming from. Why wasn't this told? See, I knew that was the case because 6 months ago in the summer, on that very video that I just referenced, you brought up something with Weezy, you and Weezy that I didn't know. You brought something up. You said that Weezy secretly talked to me about you, and you didn't tell me because you felt it wasn't your business to tell me. So then why the hell did you tell me in the summertime if it's not your business? You told me because you were
because that
mad.
nigga's not my friend no more. Because that nigga wasn't my friend no more, and that nigga betrayed my trust. He was a bitch, and he started like.
So you
Why
had to
else would I
wait
tell you?
until someone betrayed you before you told your best friend news concerning him. If you're my friend, you go out of your way to do shit, whether it's your business or not. In My
And
Hero
Weezy at the
Academia, for
time,
example,
and Weezy
listen,
at the time. Okay, go
in,
ahead.
in My Hero Academia, for example, a hero, I'm not calling you no hero, but it's character. It's about good character. When you are a very good person, you do good shit, even if you got no business doing it. You stick your neck out for your friends, even if you got no business doing it. That's why you yesterday or a couple days ago you checked up on me. I didn't ask you to do that. I didn't want your help. I didn't need no help for that stuff. But you were trying to be a good friend, even though this is like the fifth time in throughout these years you stuck your neck out for me to try to help me out if there was a problem, even though there was no problem for me to come to you for. You were just sticking your neck out, trying to get in my business because that's what good friends are supposed to do. You waited until your other friend betrayed you before you told me this crucial info. Not that I didn't know. Like, come on. You and Weezy hang out all day. Why wouldn't I know y'all are talking about me? Y'all aren't
I
the
wasn't
only
talking, nigga.
people
I
in
was
this
not,
earth.
nigga. That wasn't me talking about you. That was
He
him. I
talked to
just
you
listened.
about me and you didn't tell me in time.
Okay,
You
but
internalized
you
it.
gotta understand that's my friend. I'm not gonna come between whatever y'all got going on. I'm not playing messenger. If y'all have beef,
You
and I
were
told him,
already in
listen,
between because
let me tell him.
every time I warn you, you seen Weezy on my nuts.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told him 2 years ago. If you have a problem and you really have a problem with this nigga, go and tell him. Stop telling me. I don't care. It's not my business.
So
He
then
kept
why
telling me
did you pick and choose when to tell me shit about that nigga Weezy talking about me?
because
You
that
should have
wasn't
just
my
kept it to
business.
yourself.
That's his
If it's
choice. If
not
he
your
wants to come to
business,
you,
why did you tell me in the first place? Because you were mad.
because no, because he's not my friend no more, and I'm not
What
required
does
to
that
keep
have
that
to do
information to
with anything?
myself.
Him being your friend or not does not mean it's your
Yes, it
business. If
does.
it's not your
Yes, it
business, then
does.
don't ever tell me. If
And then
that's
if I didn't tell you, you would have claimed I was hiding stuff. So then what?
That's hypothetical. I'm saying
No, that's
no.
real because you've
I'm
done that
using your
before.
logic. I'm using
But
your
you,
logic. You
it's not
said it's not
hypothetical
your
though. It's a
business. It
reality. But
isn't
it's a
your business. It isn't your business by your logic. So what does him not being your friend got to do with it? If Weezy isn't your friend, he can shoot his head right now. He can kill himself right now.
right, and I
That's
wouldn't
not
give a
your
fuck
business. You don't gotta tell me if it's not your business. So what? So if it's not your business when he's your best friend, ride or die, why the fuck is it your business when he's not your friend no more?
because then it's not my problem.
If it's not your problem, then why tell me when you're not his
Because you,
friend no
he was
more? By
talking
your
about you,
logic.
my best friend. He was talking about you. He is not my friend anymore, therefore not my problem. So I can tell you whatever the fuck I want to tell you, and if he has a problem with that, then too fucking bad. Fight me if you got a problem, or shut the fuck up. That's really all it was. He's not my friend anymore. He did some fuck shit. He, like you said, actions have consequences,
Mhm. So
right?
so so so
So by that
so if
logic,
you're
so
trying
by
to
that
do that,
logic,
if that's the game you're trying to play, why didn't you try to get him to talk to me? Why did you try to
I
make me
did,
serve
I
as a
did, I
why didn't
did.
I see this then? Because if I was you, I would have been like, yo,
because
Red, this
because
nigga
it
Weezy
happened
got something to say.
because it happened in private, and it was
Happened
not my
private
choice.
behind my
It was not
back.
this. It was
Friends
not.
do
It was
not negatively talk about other friends behind their backs and hide it. You pick and it doesn't matter what your reason is. You pick and chose when to deliver crucial information. You picked and
I
chose. You left me
okay.
for that bitch because it was convenient for you. When it wasn't convenient for you no more and your life was falling apart, you saw the error in your ways, you sucked up your pride, and you came back and apologized. Before you leave a girl, you already plan your next move to get to the other girl or to get to the other male friend. That's not loyalty. That's strategy. That's what Weezy's doing. Weezy right
That's
now is probably in some other friend group. You think he was in that friend group when he was hanging out with us? No, he
no.
wasn't. He wasn't in that friend group. He wouldn't have left us if he was in that friend group.
Okay, but
Because
when it
where would
comes
he
to
go?
females, that's strategy. But when it comes to my friends, I'm about loyalty. Clearly, Weezy is my friend too, not just you at the time. So he was my friend too. So why am I
Yeah,
gonna go and he let him feel like
because my thing is, I'm not mad. Look,
I thought you
look,
were
look.
talking. Wait, hold on, wait, my bad. I thought you were talking to someone. That's why you were like, yeah, I thought you were talking to someone. So
No,
I
no,
stopped
no,
talking.
no. No, basically put it
Well,
like this, right?
what
I
I'm
know I
saying,
said I'm mad that
listen,
you hid it from me, but that's not what I'm holding you accountable for. I'm holding you accountable for when, if you're gonna ever tell me I'm mad you chose to do it when Weezy wasn't your friend no more. That's the
the
part
re-
that really made me want to tell you this. If it
okay,
look, I would be
but
mad.
here's
I'm mad at anything, but I'm not gonna like come at you for every little thing I'm mad about. No, no, no.
but here's the thing, right? The reason why I didn't tell you at first when me and Weezy were friends, just think about it, right? I'm in the middle of this. You're warning me for stuff that I did wrong. He's getting mad, and then when you
Yeah,
yell at him, he goes to me about it, and then you also go to me about him, right? I didn't tell him, oh, Red's talking about you, did I? No,
that's
I
not how
kept
it
it to
works.
myself.
Put it like
It
this.
is, that's
Before I
absolutely
said
how
to
it works.
you,
That's
no, no,
absolute. No,
no, no.
listen, listen. Let me finish. Let me finish. That's absolutely how it works. If I'm not going and telling him what you're saying, why the fuck am I gonna go and tell you what he's saying when
Because
we're
I
all
told
friends?
him what I told you. I didn't give a fuck.
Okay, but Red, you and I both know there were things that we talked about that he
Because
was
like
not
the thing
aware of
about
about
you
him.
is you like to do things because I did it. Because that literally like
That's not what I just said at
no, no, no,
all.
no,
I
no, no,
did
no,
that.
look, 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 look. Because you just said that I do the same. You were basically saying I did the
No,
same
no,
thing.
no, no. That's not what I said. I said
Mhm.
when you and I both know that we talked about things that also he did not know about him, like that we were like on some like that the shit needs to change, like he didn't know about that, and And at the time, it's not like he was leaving or anything. We eventually talked to him about it, and it didn't get nowhere. And we still talked about it privately because you had to. But
No, no, I
but
told him everything to his face out of anger. I told him everything. The same thing I said
no,
to
you
you, I said
didn't though, because no, you didn't. Like the time that we were talking about the fact that he fucking did that bullshit in the what was it? Oh my god, I'm trying to think. It was like it was the bullshit. Do you remember when the video was happening and he did some bullshit? It was like a video we did together and he did some bullshit and then you
Jesus.
didn't talk to him about it, but you didn't. It's like it was like specific times where you did not go to him and you went to me about it, and then I told you just don't worry. Remember, just don't worry about it. Just see what
Was it
happens.
the
If he
rap
does it
battle
again, if he
video?
fucks up again, then say something, right? But
Was it
that's
the
the
rap
thing.
battle
In
video?
that, huh?
Was it the rap battle video? I don't know what video you're talking about.
I think it was the rap battle video, but you didn't tell him that automatically that he fucked up, right? You went to me about it and said, "Yo, he fucked up. What should I do?" And I said, "Just let
No,
it be for now. I have a feeling he's plotting, but just let it go for now, and we'll see what happens."
no, no.
And
That's not. No, no. What happened was, and I remember this vividly. Right, he was telling me about my channel, certain negative things about my channel. Right, and it led to a rap battle. That's the rap battle we recorded. Right,
no, I'm
and
not talking about before. I'm talking about after the rap battle. You
yeah,
said
like
to
yeah, I'm
me,
getting to that. I'm getting to that. Right after the
hmm
rap battle, one day after the rap battle, this is between me and you. You did something wrong, and I warned you for it. And for the millionth time, Weezy tried to stand up for you. So that's when I yelled at him on VC. I told him everything to his face. I
I
screamed
know,
at
I
him.
remember
I
that. I
yelled
remember
at
that,
him.
but it
Everything like
wasn't.
that.
But it wasn't until after it when after that is what I'm getting at that we both talked and I'm like and you were like, yo, what do I do with this nigga? Remember you said, what do I do with this nigga, bro? Like it's getting to a point, right? And I said to you, just let it be for now. I feel like he's plotting, but that's when I said to you, I think he's plotting. Just let it be and let's see what happens. And if something happens, we act, right? And remember, for that little time where remember when I first went on his little hiatus, and I never said nothing about what we talked about, right? So it's the same thing. I can't give you that respect, that feeling like, oh, I could trust with certain things, and I can't give him that same. I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna play one side. Y'all were both my friends, both my best friends, and like my brothers. Why the fuck would I get in the middle of what y'all two got going on? Yeah, to an extent
Okay.
I was involved. Yeah, to an extent I was involved, right? But it was not my choice to be involved. I didn't want to be involved, and I
Okay.
told you
Okay.
that at one
Okay.
point too.
Okay. So
Wait, let
basically,
me finish.
we
Let me
no
finish. Let me finish.
wait. We okay. So we cut Weezy off early 2023, right?
Right.
You told me this shit in middle 2024. You waited over a year after he wasn't your friend no more to tell me this shit.
No, but it was when because remember I went on my hiatus and I wasn't
No,
around.
no,
So
your hiatus was late 2023, which you also hid from me for a little while and told me about in the middle of 2024 when you came back. Your hiatus was late 2023. Throughout most of 2023, you were around. When we were making fun of Weezy because he did some fuck shit and we had to cut him off and shit like that, he wasn't our friend
hmm
no more. You didn't tell me none of this shit at the time. You waited
and it's
until we had
because
a verbal fight before you told me this shit about Weezy. That's the
what? What
disrespect I'm
exactly?
talking about.
What exactly did I not tell you?
Basically, you were trying to criticize my behavior, and you brought up how this is how Weezy feels about me. This is
I
something
no,
Weezy told you about.
I actually did talk to you about that, and because I remember it vividly. I said to you, I don't remember when it was, but I said to you at one point because I remember the conversation. It was about Weezy. I think it was right after after we talked to him. Remember that when I came back and we talked to him? It was I think it was around that time, around maybe a little after that, or maybe at that day. I don't remember exactly, but I said to you, I'm like, I get why Weezy left, but at the same time, I told you the same thing.
No,
He went about it the wrong way.
no.
I feel
That
like to an
that
extent, I
conversation
could, I
happened after you came back and we fought. in the middle of 2024. Basically,
Right. So
around a week after you came back in the middle of 2024, right? We had a
mhm.
fight. When we saw
Right.
Weezy again and talked to him in that group chat, that was after, like a month or two after the fact.
Right, but what I'm getting at is that I did tell you how about that, how I felt about that. I did tell you
Yeah,
that.
you
It's
told
not
me during our argument when you came back.
because I never brought that up because we never talked about Weezy for real like that. Like we just like, oh yeah, Weezy's a bitch, but that was about it. If you would
It
have gone
doesn't
in depth
matter. Your
conversation,
point is he wasn't your friend no more, right? So you felt it was okay to tell me this shit. So you
and
waited until
also
we had a fight before you told me crucial information. You could have
because
talked to me man to man, have a nice civilized talk. Even if you wasn't mad, we could have had a random talk, and maybe you just felt like we needed to have this talk. The same
but
we
I
have
didn't
these
feel but I
conversations.
didn't feel that.
You
But I
didn't
didn't feel
feel
that.
like it. You didn't feel
No,
like
no,
giving
not
me
that I didn't
crucial
feel like it. I
information.
didn't say that. I didn't say that. What I said was I didn't feel like it was that time to talk because you got to remember I've been busy, bro. Like homework, regents, school. At the time, I had a girlfriend, the server, home, chores. Like, bro, I like haven't really had time to myself recently. So like, I haven't got, and it's been since I like moved, basically. So I really have not gotten the time for real to really express that to you
Shut the
because
fuck up.
Yo,
nigga, you
chill,
shut
chill,
the
chill,
fuck
chill,
up.
chill. Bro. Like supposed to
Oh,
be
You
a
my
don't
roast.
got
bad.
time for that shit, bro.
It's not a
My
roast segment.
bad.
No, it's fine. It's
It's
fine. It's
not a
fine.
roast session.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Like that's
I
why
thought
I really haven't had the time to explain that because I've been like life, bro. Like that's really all I can say about it. Life. It's not like I was like, oh, let me not tell Red that. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even like that. I just haven't really had the time. Like I come to you and I need advice, and that's in the moment I'm in a crisis and I just need. Oh, all right, I could ask Red, right? But
Oh no,
like,
that's no excuse because basically, right, when you come to me for the advice and all the other stuff like that, you have all that time, and then even there's even times where you just want to hang out and chill with me, even though it's not important. You just want to chill with me for a certain amount of time. Why don't you spend that time telling me shit, and we wouldn't be in the situation? You just want to
nigga,
chill. You got all this time. You got time to go on Instagram and talk to girls, but you don't want to tell me about fucking Weezy and shit. Spend 5 minutes telling me, no, no, no. What you told me about Weezy, that shit was 30 seconds long. You had all, bro, 2023, there's 365 days in 1 year.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Time out. Did you just call me girl, nigga?
No, no, no. I said you had all the time in the world to talk to these
No,
girls.
no, no, I know that. But then afterward, you were like, girl. And I was just like, wait, what?
What?
That's some female shit. What the fuck?
If I said that, my fuck, I don't even. Maybe,
yo,
maybe I
yo,
should.
wait,
Oh no,
Tyler,
maybe
am
I
I,
should. I
wait,
don't know.
Tyler, am I tripping right now? Tyler, am I tripping or did that nigga just be like, girl?
You hear what I said, Tyler? 'Cause I don't know if I said girl. Did I call him a girl? Because I didn't mean to. If I said that, I don't even
Yeah, you
remember.
did.
I did.
Yeah, you
My
This
did.
nigga's
fault.
wildin'. This
My
nigga's
fault.
wildin', bro. This
Um,
nigga just called me girl.
my fault. Anyways, so
You're
yeah,
good.
basically, right?
I get, no, but but in all seriousness though,
5
Red, I get in all seriousness though, Red, I get where you're coming from with that. I probably should have told you sooner, and that's on me. I didn't. I was busy and I had a lot of shit to do. There were times where I did want to hang out and I didn't mention it. It slipped my mind, and that's my bad. That's on me. Really, it is. But that's why I'm telling you now.
and
But
that's
that's
what I'm
exactly why.
saying. This is all rooted in disrespect. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is disrespect. You can there's a million ways to disrespect. Not everything is about arguing with someone and that's disrespectful. No, that's not what I'm saying. Arguing, going back and forth like this is disrespectful because I didn't ask my members of my server to argue with me. I have rules. You
Okay,
either
but
follow it or get out. It's that simple. You get
okay,
out.
but you don't.
Literally several years ago, said the same thing. If people peacefully left my server, I wouldn't make no videos about them. It's when they disrespectfully leave. When they leave and do disrespectful shit, I clap back. When people just peacefully get the fuck out, I just move on with my life. Not everybody gonna agree with me. Not everybody gonna align with
Right,
me.
but that's the thing. We don't have
I
to
only
agree,
want
but
to
I
fuck
would.
with people that align with me, my values, everything, and I align with what they got going on. If
Okay, but
people are so different that they don't want to fuck with me no more, they can get the fuck out and I forget about them.
okay, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't want to like not fuck with you or not be friends. That's not what I'm getting. That's not what I'm saying. That's why I'm talking to you because I like being friends with you. You're my best friend. You've been my best friend for 6 years.
No, but
So
you're telling no
why?
like earlier, like 30 minutes ago, you told me I would make videos about certain people. I'm getting to that part.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, what I was saying with that is like making videos on people. I mean, I guess you get clout out of it, but in the long run, it's just gonna cause you problems
Don't
because
get
then
caught out of
people,
that at all. I get
yeah,
thousands of
because
views, but those videos get like a fraction. I make those videos because I'm making a point. I'm making an example. I'm making a statement. I'm expressing myself. YouTube is about YouTube. The whole motto of YouTube is be yourself. Post what the fuck you want to post. Be you.
that's a whole different story because we all know that's not true.
No,
Nigga,
I'm being
YouTube is
myself.
bugging.
I'm being myself when I make my videos. That's why, and like literally, that's why earlier you brought up, what if somebody's like a random person or an employer sees my videos? People always judge my videos whether I do bad shit or not. People,
Right, but
dude, literally, I had a left-hand man in 2018, a left-hand man in 2018 because he wanted to help build my server because in a server we were originally in, right? Okay, I had a okay. This is my second server. I had an original Red Death server back in 2018, and like an old friend of mine did me dirty out of saltiness because of some other story I don't want to get into because it's irrelevant. Right? He was trying to make up for it by helping me build the second server, but every time I made a texting story video, he's like, "Yo, like respectfully, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?" And one day he just had to tell me he has to leave because like he did what he had to do. He helped build the server. He does not, but he's not a fan. He doesn't align with my videos, things like that. He just moved on with his life after he helped build my server. People, haters exist all the time. You could be fucking Taylor Swift, make the most positive white people music ever, and people will hate on you and start beef with you. People will beef with you just for literally existing. People will
right.
shit on you just for
No, that's
existing.
true. No, that's
People
true.
judge my videos
I see
and
that.
earlier you said something about that's why like people look at my shit as a bad look because of the way I treat certain people. I I you can go on my texting stories and look at the comments from 6 years ago. All these little ass kids talking shit about the fucking fan art or about characters cursing. That got nothing to do with Discord, but they just I make 100 live streams. I literally made 100 live streams about that. You'll remember them.
No, what I meant by that was like not the texting stories. I mean just the videos of you like I don't know screaming at people or whatever. Like
Yeah,
imagine like if like that's like if niggas see that for the first time instead of like your texting stories, they're gonna be like, yo, who the fuck is this clown? Like who is this
yeah,
nigga? Who does that nigga
definitely.
think
But
he is?
that's life. People been doing this to me my whole life. If someone starts with me, I clap back. But because of bad timing, people see me clap back and they turn against me. And then there's rare cases where they find out why I do it and then they side with me. But that's not often the case. People don't care who started it. They care about what they see in that moment. And they saw me going crazy. They don't care enough to know about the fucking history. Only a fraction of people do. And then when they see the history, they side with me. That's just
Hmm.
life. That's being an adult.
It is.
People give you shit for no reason. That's an adult.
Right,
There's
but it's
things
how you
I
deal
do
with it is
because
that it determines the
literally,
outcome.
and like you
It's how
want to
you
call yourself an adult, you want to talk to me on equal terms. But when there's certain things and then like there's things I like you'll do because I do it. But then there's things where I do that you don't do. If you did what I did, we wouldn't be fighting at all. You only pick and
because
choose when to do what I do. And then when I tell you
because
you're
we
doing
have
something that
sometimes
I
we have
did, you tell me because I did it first. But you don't want to
because
do
certain
certain
things
things that I do.
it's
That's
certain
picking
things
and
that I
choosing.
agree with that you do and certain things that you don't do that you do that I don't agree with. There's things it's both ways. Like I'm not gonna agree with everything you do. Like
I'm
that's
not
just the
saying you
reality.
agree with what I do. I'm saying, right, like I said before, there's rules, there's ways to treat people and whatnot. There's things, there's ways, there's positive ways, there's things I do that you don't copy, but then you'll copy negative and positive shit from me. But you don't want to copy certain positive shit from me. You pick and choose what to copy. I even have to warn you for copying me because I don't want you to act like me. I want you to be you without breaking rules and causing problems in my server. But every time I do something, you want to copy it. You want to talk like me sometimes. You want to do this and that. You want to act like that. I warn you from it because I'm trying to shape you up and mold you to be your own functioning member of society and in my server. I didn't fuck with you because you act like me. I saw something in you that I saw in myself, but in a different way. Kind of like how there's certain foods that look a certain way. They don't always look the same, but they taste. It's sort of like that.
Hmm.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to control you. The problem is, I tell you things, and I talk to you about things, and I give you rules and this, that, and the third. And for whatever reason, maybe ADHD or things like that, you break the rules. And after a certain time, drama comes out. Drama starts because it's rooted in something as small as a little rule you broke. And then we got to go through months, days, months, years fixing the issue. That's why I warn you all the time because if I don't do that, you're going to think it's okay to do it. And then it's going to turn into a big ass issue we both got to fucking deal with instead of worrying about our lives. I've been telling you this shit for years, but you don't want to listen. You don't want to agree. And then
It's
if you
because I
don't
don't
agree, you
agree.
just hide it until you're mad enough to tell me this shit to my face. I don't give a fuck what. I don't know if you and Nasiah talk. I don't know what the fuck going on behind my back.
Messiah.
I don't give a
Nigga,
shit what's going on.
nigga,
This
what the fuck does Nasiah have to do with this?
I don't know what else Weezy told you. I don't know if hypothetically Nasiah, I don't know whether or not Nasiah told you something. I don't know if Tyler, I don't know who. Because you're saying people low key feel a certain way about me, but they're afraid
Nigga,
to tell me.
nobody has to tell me. Like it's obvious. Why do
It's
you think the chat? And
okay.
I'm not. Again, this
So
is not a
let's say
diss.
you're right. I don't give a shit. It's my server. This is how I run it. I run it this way
Okay,
for
but you can't expect people to join your server and want to be in your server if you're gonna act that way.
that they can get the fuck out.
Then you're
If
not
that's
gonna have server members. Then what? Then what's your next move? Because then you're gonna have no server members. People are gonna join, see how you act. Then they're gonna leave, and then the next person's gonna
but
leave. Then the
why
next
are there
person is gonna
members
leave.
in my server right now?
Nigga, half of the niggas in here don't even get on.
The ones
I'm
that
not even
get
gonna
on.
lie. The ones that get on, which are a select few, me including,
Yep.
like
Why haven't they left?
because they don't care. They're used to it. I care though because I'm your friend, and you shouldn't talk to me like that, nigga. That's just how it is. I'm not your son. No, like no bullshit. Like I'm not your son. I'm not none of that. Like talk to me how you would talk to another person, respectfully.
And you do the same thing, which you wasn't doing.
Okay, and I said, and
Because
I agreed to you. I
no,
agreed with you on that. Is that it's not
no,
just me.
no, 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 no. I told you this over and over. It started with me verbally telling you things and warning you. That didn't work out. So I started to give you punishment. And then that's when we're starting to talk because it's affecting you. That's exactly if I just randomly talk to you a certain way you don't want. Do you ever consider it's because when I talk to you in a nice way, you didn't fucking listen? I didn't just
No, because
randomly
I
talk
don't.
to you a
Because
certain way out of nowhere. I kept
no,
trying to
because
be chill and cool, but that didn't work out.
when I was a kid, that would be
No, you
understandable.
still do it to this day, just in
No,
a
I
different
don't, bro.
fashion. Yes,
I
you
don't.
do. Yes, you do.
Nigga, I listen to everything you tell me. So some things I
No, you
choose not
don't.
to do.
No, you don't.
And not advice, not like server wise or rules wise. I mean like advice wise. There are some things you tell me that I absolutely agree with that I think I should do, and I do it. But there are some things that you ask or tell me advice wise that I don't do because I don't think it's the best approach, and I get a second opinion.
No,
Right?
listen, right? What I mean is whatever is going on in this server. If I'm giving you advice in this server and and you're talking to me a certain way in this server or anything relating to the server, that's when I get like that. Because and then if
Okay,
you
but
want to talk about things in real life, sometimes I constantly tell you don't involve your real life shit in my server as in invite certain people or talk about my server or talk about me to certain people in your real life. Try to separate everything. I don't want people from your real life involved with my server because again there's going to be a certain issue that's going to be beyond our control, which there have been a million issues like that by now.
okay, and it hasn't happened in 2 years.
the the point is this.
I get your point, but it's kind of invalid because it doesn't happen anymore. That stopped. I don't talk to nobody about you. Nobody from my real life has came to the server in 3 years, 4 years actually, because the last time that happened, I think was 3 years ago
That's
or
besides
2 years ago.
that's
So
besides the point.
no,
Again, this
it's
is
not. But
about
right, it is besides the point because that point is kind of invalid because you're speaking on something that happened 2 years ago and has not happened since. So it's kind of invalid.
no, it's not invalid because that's
It
not
is
the
though.
major. That's not the main point I'm getting at. That's just a branch of the
All right,
main.
so go ahead. All right, so go ahead.
My thing is like we were talking about respect. I just
Hmm.
listed some things in relation to it. You're focusing on little branches and shit. I make
Because
little
then it gets to the
examples.
bigger picture.
The
Because then it
bigger
gets to the
picture
bigger
is
picture.
respect. The
All
bigger
right, and
picture is respect. And they're saying I talk to you how I would talk to a regular person. I talk to a regular person a certain way in a positive way, but when they disrespect me first, they might not see it, but I end up having to talk to them a certain way back.
okay, so then let me re-ask you the question you asked me earlier because I want to be crystal clear, especially because this is recording. I want to be crystal clear. So if one day I ever need to come back and look at this and remind myself of your view on respect, because maybe I don't remember, I could come and see this. What is your what does respect look like to you? What does respect in your eyes, if somebody's speaking to you, let's say you're having a conversation with somebody, how would you want them to speak to you? What would you not want to be said? How, like, stuff like that? Go ahead.
Okay, so my thing with respect is like this, right? I'm
Hmm.
not saying talk to me like, yes, sir, my bad, sir. I humbly apologize, sir. I'm not saying talk to me like I'm some sergeant general or something like that. I'm talking about give me the basic respect, not just as a person, but an owner of a server you are in. And then you want to bring up how this is how adults talk. Last time I checked, no. When you're in the workplace, you're a grown ass man, you talk to certain people and like or you follow certain rules respectfully that you don't follow in your own house, that you don't follow in your own shit. You're in someone else's establishment. So you are supposed to give them a certain level of disrespect. that maybe you wouldn't give to an average friend of yours you're just hanging out with, going to the mall or some shit. You're in my server.
Uh-huh.
You're in my server. If you don't want to talk to me with the respect that I'm telling you I want, there's going to be consequences, and you might have to leave.
Okay, so now my question is that it? Actually, wait, before I say anything, is that it, or was there more?
I
Because I
think
don't
I
want to
think
interrupt
there's
you.
more. Basically, put it
There's,
like
there's
this,
more.
right?
Okay, go ahead.
Notice how Desire was chatting in the server earlier. Notice how Kyler was chatting in the server. Notice how other people talk. When was the last time you ever seen me tell anyone watch your tone other than you? Have you ever seen me tell Desire watch her mouth? You ever
No,
seen me
because
tell
actually no, because they bend over backwards to make sure your
no,
feelings aren't
no,
hurt.
no, like they don't no.
They
No.
do
They
though. They do.
no like
Like
they
see what
no
they
like they would talk like regular people. They talk
right
so
and
normal and regular. Not just to me,
there
but to
is,
each
but
other.
there is no regular. Like
Yes, there
everybody
is. It's
talks
a
different.
basic level of respect everyone gets, and then depending on your status, depending on the circumstance, there's certain levels of more respect you give to specific people depending on circumstance. You don't talk, for example, in the workplace, you don't talk to your boss the same way you talk to your everyday friend at the mall.
Right. No, I agree with that.
And I'm not saying, hey, sir, nice sir, my no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying as someone that has not just built this server and made the videos that probably you told me cured your depression at one point. And then like as someone that has spent 4 or 5 years helping you out for the most part, right, with your life and other issues, and also someone who's older than you. You ever heard of respect your elders, things like that? And then there's other things like that. I deserve from you a certain level of respect. So when you talk to me a certain way, I remember all the times we had our issues, all the times you had to apologize to me and took accountability. And I look back at those moments like this don't sound like someone that's accountable for their actions. Because if you do something wrong to someone and then years later you talk to them a certain way, that person's gonna think you have a lot of nerve. This is someone that did, like, for example, if Jay Search, after everything Jay Search did, if he just crawled back to this server and then one day started talking to me like he's my age, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck this person think there is? Like, you do realize you kind of outcasted yourself, right? And you were let back in because I was being generous with you. I mean, generous with you. Who the fuck you think you're talking to? You have a lot of nerve. You have a lot of nerve talking to me a certain way sometimes. You of all people have a lot of nerve. You're forgetting where you came from. That's
See,
my
there.
issue with
That's
you.
what I see. That's what I'm talking about.
You're
You feel you
forgetting
want
your
right, but see, that's what
history.
I'm.
I'm
But
not
wait, let me.
saying no, no,
Okay,
no, no, no.
never
I'm
mind.
not
Go
saying
ahead.
because you're gonna misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh my God, obey me like some mindless slave.
No,
Mindless.
that's not what I
No,
was gonna say.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying act like you're under me and you're my bitch. No.
No, but that's how you act. You're not saying that, but that's how you expect people to be.
If
That's how you
you
expect
make
people to
someone,
be.
if you know, cause like when I tell you things like that, don't forget where you came from. I'm saying you're forgetting what it took to get me to this point with you. I wasn't always acting like this with you. You made me treat you like this because when
Okay,
I
but
was nice, when I was ultra respectful with you it didn't go well with you. You
okay,
disrespected me when
and
you
that
was
was
older.
before. And I
No,
don't know
yes,
what
before. That doesn't, just because it's 10 years in the future doesn't erase what you did now. For example, If you had a fight in school and you got arrested with the juvie, that's in your permanent record. When you are a criminal, it's harder to find jobs. It's harder to go to college. It's harder to go things. Oh, but you committed this. But that was 10 years ago. You learned your lesson, right? In the
Right, and
adult
I
world,
haven't.
you don't
All
give
right, and
a shit.
right, and when you tell me things, most of the time now, I listen to what you have to say and I take it into
Now you
consideration.
do.
Right,
Now you
exactly,
do. But
exactly.
the
Because I
past,
was a kid,
past,
because I was a kid, and now I'm almost a grown man, so
no
it's different.
excuse. You're a kid doing adult things. The moment you freely go on Discord, you're technically doing things no kid your age should be doing. You're doing adult shit. When you're on Discord cursing people out, you're doing adult shit. Basically, put it like this. If a regular kid told their mom what they were doing on Discord every day, and that mom's reaction is not good, that means the kid most likely shouldn't be doing it. That's not something a kid should do. So if you want to do adult shit, you're gonna get adult consequences. Don't get surprised when you get adult consequences.
Okay, but they do it.
They do
They
it.
do it.
So then they suffer for the consequences. 11 years old when you made certain mistakes. And I forgive you for the mistakes, but you still made them. God said, forgive, but don't forget. So
Okay, right,
I
and I
operate
agree.
on
But
that.
that doesn't mean you talk to me like how you talk to me.
I don't just
Because here's
randomly talk to you like that.
But you do though, because
No,
even there be
no,
times where I'm just talking normal. No,
it
can
only
I can
goes
I can I
in.
can I just say this? Can I just say this? You talk to me sometimes, like I'll be chilling and we be talking, and you come at me crazy sometimes. I'll be like, all right, chill out, and you like, no, watch your mouth, watch your
Just
tone, this, that, and the third. You be coming at me crazy too, because it's not just me. You do it too. And you don't even be realizing it, but you be doing it too.
So what do
And
we
half of the
talk
time I be
about
letting it
before I talk
slide.
to you crazy? What do we end up? So we just chilling. We're making jokes. What are we talking about before I come crazy at you? What are you talking about? What
Like
did
I'll
what
say
do we
something and again, this has to do with our meanings of, or differentiating our meanings of respect, because I see getting respect or disrespect differently than how you see it. So
It's not
when
about
I
subject. No, this is an objective thing. My
no, it's
definition
not.
of
No,
respect.
it's
Yes, it is. You can look it up on Google right now. There's certain levels of this. There's certain levels of respect.
mhm.
Your girlfriend, huh?
I'm listening.
If you have a girlfriend and she respects you, the way your girlfriend talks to you, she's not gonna talk to her friends like that. She talks to
Understand.
you like that because there's levels to this shit. You're the
Hold
man of
on.
the relationship.
Hold on.
She's gonna
I'm
talk to you in a certain way.
hold on. I'm reading I because I just looked it up. I'm reading it.
But read it out loud. Read it out loud for the video.
And shed light on the diverse ways in which this harmful behavior can manifest and affect individuals' well-being. Recognizing disrespect in a leadership context is essential for maintaining a healthy and productive work environment. Let me click on the link. Okay. Okay, so recognizing disrespect, that is stumbled upon this part. Recognizing disrespect in a leadership context is essential for maintaining a healthy and productive work environment. Examples such as belittling comments, dismissive behavior, or ignoring the contributions of others, undermining moral erodes trust, and hampers collaboration with teams. This server is a team. If you think we talk, we're active, we get you members, like
No,
half of the
because I don't
half of
ask
the
people.
drama. Listen, if you think about it, half of the drama and all the things that you do, the ideas you get, I'll be giving you some of your ideas, and you could even admit that.
It gives me ideas. How much do I rely and use them? Because I don't use those ideas. It
You do
doesn't matter if
sometimes,
people voluntarily help me out of respect.
right?
If they
Exactly. So
weren't
what?
there, and then no. Teams do what they have to do. people voluntarily support my decisions in the server. If no, like during the Krillin shit, for example, I would have handled all that shit by myself. But
Okay,
you guys are such good people that y'all help me voluntarily when y'all don't have to do shit but be fans. And as my fan, you usually are supposed to just silently watch shit, maybe comment this and that and the third, but because you love me so much, no homo, you go out of your way to help me out with my job. You
hmm
help me voluntarily.
okay.
Fans do
Wait,
that all the time. They
can I
don't
just
have
ask?
teams. Teams work together because they get paid to do what they have to do. They are needed for the task at hand. It won't be the same without them. As a YouTuber, I did everything myself. You stumbled across my channel one day and you loved what I did for myself. You joined my server and you made yourself useful voluntarily when you had other things you could have been doing. But because you were my friend, you were everything you said you were, you voluntarily gave me some of your value. And at the same time, I felt like because you gave me some of your value, let me give you some of my value and help you out with your life so that you don't bring some of your drama to my server. And also I feel good when you're living your life and doing everything you're supposed to do because that lets me know you're happy. As a fan, I want my fans to be happy, right? It's not a team. And I knew you were thinking like this. For years. You've been trying to insinuate, hint at things like this. You've been doing this for years, just little by little. That's why I knew one day we were going to have this discussion. Because you've been hinting at this discussion for years. You say all this stuff. I was young back then. 12-year-old hinted at this very discussion. You don't think Krillin was 12 at the time, but then he got older and did some thinking his damn self and handled things how he handled it?
I have a question
What's your question?
because I while you were talking, I finished reading the thing. Hold on, I'll even send it to you so you can look at it yourself.
No, like read it out loud. What's wrong with reading it out loud?
No, nothing. Sorry, I meant to send. Not even to send a TikTok link. Hold on. No, it's not that I don't want to read it out loud. I just wanted you to see it for yourself too.
Why do I have to see it? Just read it. It's for the video.
Okay, so it says what I think that you and again you could correct me if I'm wrong. There's three levels: passive, subtle, and blatant. What I think you're saying is that is what you think I'm trying to do is subtle. Am I right?
What do you in what context? What are you talking about? Respect,
Like
disrespect.
no disrespect,
I thought I told
subtle
you
disrespect.
respect. I said look up something with respect.
No, I did.
And
No,
you
because no, because I looked up because you said there's three levels of respect and disrespect. I looked up the three levels of disrespect because I wanted to see what you were talking about when the other day on all I said to you because I at the time I did not see me saying can I finish my sentence as disrespectful. I was just simply asking because you interrupted me, can I finish my sentence please? Because I was talking. That's
no,
normal.
no, I said
That's
there's
not
different levels. I said there's different. I didn't specify three specific levels.
no,
I
but that's
just
what
said
I'm
I said
looking. But
different
right, and
levels.
that's why I sent you the link because that's what I'm looking at right now.
And
That's
then when
what
you,
I look.
like you asked me just now, how is it disrespectful that you wanted to finish? Like you were asking me. That's not disrespectful. I never said that was disrespectful. I
Right,
kept
but no,
telling you.
but no, but what I'm saying is what it's like when I'm asking you, is it subtle disrespect? Because I'll read what it says to you. It says subtle disrespect. Oh shit, hold on, I clicked out of it. Subtle disrespect involves actions or attitudes that subtly devalue or dismiss another person's thoughts, feelings, or accomplishments. It can be characterized by passive-aggressive behavior, dismissive gestures, and patronizing I can't speak. Patronizing remarks, but less overt and then blatant disrespect. It can be all equally damaging, if not more so, due to its insidious nature. Subtle disrespect can manifest in various different ways, often unnoticed or overlooked. Examples include disregarding workers' opinions, ideas, dismissive body language, rolling eyes, sarcastic comments disguised as humor, or inconsistent, or no, not inconsistent, consistently undermining someone's contributions. A subtle action many leaders engage in is not paying attention to someone when they are speaking. This leader can be seen looking past the worker or as people or situations seem to grab his or her attention. This sends a powerful message that nearly the worker is saying is not nearly as important as whatever is going on beyond the individual.
Okay, what are the other disrespects if there's two other ones?
Passive.
Can you sum? Yeah, so read passive.
Passive disrespect involves the absence of action or response. When a respectful and appropriate course of action is expected or required, it is characterized by a lack of acknowledgement, consideration, or regard for others' needs or boundaries. Examples of passive disrespect can include ignoring someone's opinions, failing to fulfill commitments, or neglecting to address concerns.
Okay, now what's the last one?
Hold on, let me get to it. Let me find it. Blatant disrespect, which is, long story short, it's physical, verbal, insults, public humiliation, discriminatory behavior, like shit like that, like racism,
Okay.
abuse, like shit like that.
So basically, it's a mix of all three. You disrespected me with a slight mix of all three. Not simply because you asked me a question like, "Can I finish?" No, that's not the disrespectful part.
Then what is? Because that's what I was asking you when that happened. Because
Trying
I
to
didn't
tell you,
understand.
I was
Because I
telling
didn't.
you, but you don't want to like digest it. You don't want to reflect on what I'm saying and try to
It's because
understand it.
it was because I didn't understand that I didn't know how to process it. Because if I don't understand something, how am I supposed to process it? You
Because
can't.
the thing is, whether you understand it or not, I gave you a basic task. You didn't follow it. It's not
Which
hard.
is
Which is don't do what I said was wrong. Don't do it. It's
which
that
is what
simple.
exactly? What was wrong? Is what I'm asking you.
I told you what was wrong, and then you argued with me.
What it was? What you said I was being disrespectful, right? But
Said
what
it
I'm
was
asked,
something with your. It was your tone. It was the way you spoke to the owner of this server slash your
but
elder.
but that's what I didn't understand because how I was talking is just how I talk. It's not
I,
even just like a. It's not just a you thing. Like that's just how I talk. I have a naturally aggressive
I promise
like
you. I
tone
promise
to me.
you rarely talk to me like that. I swear to God, you
No,
rarely.
recently it's not even a recent thing. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Like over time, I've just kind of naturally have that like aggressive ish tone to me. It's not like I'm mad at you or I'm trying to disrespect you. It's just how I talk.
I
Maybe
know.
it came across,
Yeah, I
maybe
know.
it came across to you like I was trying to be disrespectful, but I promise you, it's not. I was not that I was trying to be disrespectful. It's just how I talk.
I
Like
know.
it's not
I
a
know.
you thing. It's not.
That's just
It's
an
not
excuse.
anybody.
That's just an excuse. And does not excuse the
It's not an
disrespect.
excuse. It's not an excuse. It's a fact. It's how I talk. I'm not gonna change how I talk because, like, that's just how I talk. I mean, it is what it is. That, like you said, you are how you are for a reason. I am the way I am for a reason, and I talk the way I talk for a reason.
But we're not the same. I'm the owner of
Well,
this server. I'm
but
your
it
elder.
don't matter.
That's
No,
it.
is
Yes,
that
it does matter.
if that's gonna
If
be
you're
your
older,
excuse every
and
time? I'm looking
if
past.
even if you're older than me, you're still in my server. I deserve a certain level of respect when you speak to me. At least if I
Oh, you're
request
not,
it.
but you're not a king. You're not a god. I can talk
I
however I want
never
to
said
talk.
I
It's your
was a
server.
god. I
So
said
that's how.
I'm the owner of
Your
this
actions,
server.
your actions speak louder than words.
I
Actions speak
said,
louder than words. You're not
yeah,
blatantly
but the
saying,
pen is mightier than the sword. But the
right,
pen
you're
is
not,
mightier than the
no, it's
sword.
not in this case. No.
Yes, it
It's
is. Words
the
are
same thing I told you.
powerful. You want to
Right,
bring
but
up
actions
earlier
are
how
more,
it's the
actions,
internet? It's just the internet. People kill
exactly.
themselves over cyberbullying every day, but it's the
And that's
internet,
their
right?
choice. And it's their choice to kill themselves.
And it's your
Nobody said pick
choice
up a
to
pen and
talk
kill
to me a
yourself.
certain way and then get surprised when you get punished for it.
No,
It's
because
your
that's how
choice.
I talk. Because that's how I talk.
Then fix how you talk to people that are not from. I am not from. I am from. We don't play like that. I don't
And I
play
don't
like
play
that
like
in
that
my
either.
server.
I don't play
So
like that
what
either.
are
And
you
which is why
talking
I'm
about? There's
telling
gonna
you,
be more consequences. It's that simple. That's how it works. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
well, if you have a problem with how I speak, then maybe it's not going to work. Maybe I'm going to
Because
just have to dip.
I'm not saying, oh my god, every little thing you say. No, I've never
That,
seen you
but it
talk like
is
this
though,
to me.
because
No,
literally
it's
I could,
not. No,
literally
it's
when I
not.
said
We
to you, can
literally
I
had
finish?
a whole argument over Kendrick versus Drake. Did I warn you for your argument with Kendrick and Drake? No, I didn't give a
No,
shit.
if it would have came that nigga, you have warned me, and I remember this specific instance because I didn't forget that shit ever. There was a time you warned me just because you wanted to, nigga, and you never took away the warn.
That was
You
me
warned me,
trolling, and there was a
no,
reason. I
nigga,
didn't
no,
say that
because
I wanted
no.
to.
So I'm not trying
No,
to get
that was
loud, but
trolling.
red,
I swear to
no,
God.
because
I
you
swear
never
to
took away
God.
the warn.
It
You
was
never
just
took.
me. It
No,
was
it was
just
not.
literally troll. Basically, put it like this:
No,
you
but you
no no
still,
no
but
no.
that's
Put it
not
like this.
funny. But that's not a joke. But wait, but that's not a joke because you can't say I only warn you when you do something wrong and then go and
No,
warn
you
me for
did
no
do
reason.
something wrong. I just
Which was
added a
what?
little joke on top of it.
But what did I do that was wrong? Because you said to me, you admitted to me at that time. I don't remember what it is that I did, but I vividly remember this. You said to me, "Okay, I see what you mean. I won't warn you." And then I jokingly was like, "Oh, I bet say that then." That's what I thought. Like, it was jokes. And then you was like, "Oh, you want to bet? Now I'm gonna warn you." I'm like, "I didn't even do nothing." You were like, "I don't care. I'm gonna still warn you." Why? Because I feel like it. Right. So there was literally no reason to warn me because then after that, like it wasn't right after that
Oh,
we said you said
okay.
that
So
you
like it
won't
was
warn
that
me.
day. It was that day you did some, and I misunderstood it. I gave you a
Right,
warning. Like you
exactly.
told
No,
me, nigga, what the fuck is this? So I said, okay, I'm gonna
no, no, no,
revoke
that's
the
not, no, no,
warning.
no, that's not what I'm. No, that's not what I'm talking about. No.
Then I don't know what you're talking about. Then I thought it
So
was
there was
that.
a day. No, so there was a day that we were talking, and I said, and oh yeah, because I made it like a joke. I was like, oh, this nigga warns me all the time. I forgot why I said it. I said it, and like I was like, no, 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 actually, yeah, no, because I was like, we were joking, and I'm like, all right, let me chill for this nigga warns me. I don't want to get warned. And he was like, why would you were like, well, why would I warn you for that? I'm like, nigga, you warned me for fucking breathing. And he was like, you were like, that's not true. I'm like, yeah, it is. He's like, all right, since you want to say that, no, I'm gonna warn you. I'm like, for what? You
Oh,
were like, just 'cause I want to.
okay. Like, okay.
And
I don't
you were
really
like, just because
remember.
I want to. I'm like, and
Listen,
no, listen. And I was like,
no,
and
no,
then I
no,
was like, nigga,
no,
you
no, no.
can't just warn me.
Listen. I don't remember that, but I'm gonna believe that did happen because that sounds like some shit I would do, and I have a reason for. If I did it, I have a reason for that
No, but
because
here's the thing. No, but here's the thing. There's more. I'm not done because there was still more to that story. So after that, I was like, nigga, you can't just warn me because you want to. You were like, yeah, I can. I'm like, and why is that? And you were like, oh, because I'm the owner of the server. Literally. I'm like, nigga, you're abusing your power. And I was like laughing because I was like, I can't believe it was happening. This nigga, you literally went on your phone, you literally were saying it as you did it. You said, hold on, you said, warn whatever my name was and tagged me and you warned me and never took it back. And I told you multiple times, nigga, take that warn back. I didn't do shit. You admitted I didn't do shit and still said I'm not taking it back. So eventually I gave up. And then every other time you were like, let's see your warrants to be funny in the fucking server, you would go and see a roll, warn them or warn them because I felt like it, and would laugh. There was
So
no reason for you to warn me when you did that, and you did it anyway and never took it back. You never revoked it ever.
look at all these warnings I gave myself, and you see me reacting like this.
You gave yourself warrants though. You're the
Yes, of
owner of
course.
the server. What the
Yeah,
fuck is that gonna do? Think
because
about that.
basically my reasoning, if that did happen, my reasoning might have been like you're talking to me a certain way,
No,
right?
because you were no, that's definitely not the case. Because when we were talking, I told you when we were talking, we were like just literally just like this, like right now. We were just talking, like, and not even like about no serious shit. Like we were literally just chopping it up, chilling, hanging out, doing our thing. And I think I don't know. Maybe Tyler was there, but I don't think he was there. I think it was just us. I'm like, let me chill before you warn me. And you were like, why? And then yeah, and that's when you're like, well, why would I warn you? And I'm like, nigga, you warned me for breathing. And then you were like, Azim was there. I'm gonna warn you right now. So it wasn't like we were just like,
Yeah, like literally, because whenever you start complaining about me warning you in general, right? I see it as you trying to defend yourself when you're
but
wrong about
here's
shit. So
but
I
here's the
warn
thing,
you
you
about
didn't.
that.
But here's the thing, that's not the case because even I said to you when I said that, I'm like, I'm not like defending myself. I made that clear. I'm like, I'm not like defending myself or anything. But like,
Just because
I'm
you
just
say
saying,
you're
like,
not doing something doesn't
wait,
mean you're not doing it.
I'm
Put it
not
like
finished.
this. Put it like
I no,
this. It's just
I know that,
perfect.
but
No,
wait,
no, no. Just
there's
know that. Look. When you were telling me, right, the story, right, you
mhm.
said I warned you just for breathing. I might have looked at that sentence alone and felt disrespected.
But then you didn't say that to
Knowing
me.
me, knowing me, I might have felt like this nigga is defending himself again when he shouldn't be, when it's not the time, when it's not the circumstance to be doing. It's not worth defending himself. He's not
But
right in the
here's
situation.
but here's
So I
the thing.
felt disrespected.
Here's the thing, right? You would have said, and I know you would have said that to me. If you said, "Oh, I'm gonna warn you because this is the reason why I'm warning you." You're not one I guess I can't even say that now because you did it. But um, normally at that, and especially at that time, you didn't warn me and thought like just not like without telling me. You were telling me actively why and when you were warning me and what for. So like for you to just
So
outright
let's
do
say
that,
for an option, right? Either I was completely trolling and those warns didn't mean shit,
that, and
or
I
felt
think that's what it
disrespected.
was, and that's what it was. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that's what it was. That you were
yeah, like nigga,
trolling.
I
But
warned
that's
myself out of trolling, dude. Like, I do the
but
same thing to myself.
right. But you have to
Those warns
understand,
don't count. Like literally. You know when I told you a long time ago, I give you a certain amount of warnings, then you get demoted. Those warnings didn't
right?
count. They don't count. If you see if there's a reason, if I type some BS reason in the warn, it doesn't count. I'm just trolling. Like literally the same way you might troll me and make fun of me to get me a little mad as a joke. I do the same
Hmm.
thing to you. I literally warn you, and those warnings don't even count. If I
nigga
counted
said,
every
nigga
single
said,
warning,
warning. What?
literally, bro, if I counted every little warning I gave you that's a troll, nigga, you'd be banned by now. But I don't count those because they're literally jokes. I just troll. It's just a
Nigga
joke.
said, nigga said warning for fucking Chloe. Good.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
No,
Like
I get it, but you gotta understand where I'm coming from with that because you warned me for things that obviously make sense and are wrong, but then to warn me for no reason, that's kind of like, all right, bro, like you kind of pushing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand where it's coming from with me. Do you
so like why
understand?
does okay, so why does it bother you when I warn you like that?
Like for no reason?
I mean, when I troll you, why does the warnings period affect you so much? It's just warnings. It's nowhere
It
near as
doesn't.
bad as demotion and bans and making a whole video about you.
Should say, but I don't mind them. Like if you're like, go, I do it. It really doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't.
Then me trolling you with a simple warn
But I'm
shouldn't be
talking
that big
about,
of a
but I'm talking about at the time. But before I go, the main point that I'm getting at, and then I'm gonna get off, and I don't want to talk about this because this is like annoying. We shouldn't even have to do this. But like I was just like
I
on text,
feel
I
like
was
we gotta continue or you gotta stay newcomer. You gotta get not now. I'm saying whenever you're back. because this conversation needs to
But
happen.
honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like you're just gonna like agree to disagree, and we're not gonna agree on anything. So I don't really see the point.
No, it's more
Like,
like this, right?
it's like I already know. Like I'm already like, and I'm not gonna even use your word for it, but like I already know what's gonna happen because I've seen it play out already. Like we're not gonna agree. Most of that's gonna happen is we're gonna yell at each other. It's gonna end up going that way, and it's just gonna make things worse. So there's really
Okay,
no point.
so next time if I say because remember this is how it starts. I don't just randomly warn you out of nowhere or demote you. I tell you
That's not true because you literally did it trolling. So that's
the way you're talking to me. Literally, you wanted your Mexican roll back. I told you why you're not getting it back until you fix your
okay. And
tone.
my problem was that you didn't tell me that.
No, I did. I told you.
No,
I told
no, you
you.
didn't. No, you didn't. You told me right then, but you didn't tell me that at the time.
Yes, I did. I warned you
I
for it, but
swear,
then you.
I,
Okay, listen,
I
right?
no,
You.
what happened? Because I remember it vividly. You said to me, "Yo, just watch your tone." And when you said that, you took that as disrespectful. I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry if that's how you took it, but I didn't mean it that way." And you said it's fine, just try to chill. And I said, "Okay." And then after that, we talked a little bit more, and we hung up. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't
No,
even think that it
no,
was
no,
an
no, no,
issue
no, no.
until
That
now.
was half of it. That was half of it. So basically, what you're referencing is the first time you talked to me in a certain tone. And I remember because I was literally walking out of the gym at nighttime when we're talking. Like you called me the moment I was leaving the gym. I remember. And then the second time, right, I was sitting on my bed. I remember that day. I was sitting on my bed. This
Well,
is
at the
around
end of
the
the day,
time. This is around
well,
the
I
time you
well,
told me you right.
mhm.
And then I was telling you, I asked you a simple question. I'm like, didn't I tell you don't take her seriously? Yes or no? You didn't answer for like 5 seconds. And then you're like, okay, nigga, okay. I'm like, wait, watch your tone. Chill. Watch your tone. And then you kept on doubling down. You were doubling down. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to warn you. I was trying to be
Okay, but
transparent with
here,
you. Listen, I was trying to be transparent. Literally, like in a calm way, I said, okay, I'm gonna have to warn you for that. Like I've told you to
I,
chill.
no, I'm not talking about
Sorry, your mic is a
that's
little
when I
robotic right now. I can barely hear what you're saying.
hold on. What I'm talking about is the shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the same incident. The same day you told me about, you also added another story about. It was the same day. I swear to God, because you had a whole lot to tell me that day. So you wanted me to sit down and listen to everything. It was a whole bunch of
Hold
shit.
on. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, it was the same day. First, first you told me first like you summarized what you wanted to
Yeah,
talk to
hold
me
on.
about.
Let me connect my headphones really quick. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I was saying was that same day you say talk about yeah, that same day you talked about you were mixing the stories together like you wanted to tell me everything all at once. It was the same day. First, first you hinted at and I was surprised like you just blatantly told me you and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So then I kind of interrupted you, and then you in a certain rude way, right? You didn't mean it in a rude way, but you still said it in a rude way. You were like, can you please finish? Like you were like, can I please finish? Like you sounded stressed and pissed. I know you wasn't like trying to shit on me. That's
I
how you
wasn't pissed.
sounded.
I mean, I was pissed, but I wasn't pissed at you.
Yeah, I know. I know. You were mad at the situation. You wasn't mad at me. I know that. I know that. I still didn't like how you spoke
Okay,
to me, period.
okay, but
And
I
then
was
but that
stressed.
was
You
strike
can't.
one. And like what did I do there? I didn't warn you. I just told you chill. Chill. Like chill. I
Mhm.
know you're mad, but chill out. That's not how adults talk to each other. You want to talk about adults, this, adults, that. Adults don't talk to each other like that when they're having meaningful discussions. And then the second strike was right after you were done telling me about everything. I was criticizing you. I was telling you everything you did wrong in the situation with, and then and I asked you a simple question. A simple question. You were done talking. You were done talking. You wanted me to talk. I asked you a simple question in the end. I'm like, didn't I constantly tell you don't take this girl seriously? I kept on asking you that. You weren't answering me.
Yeah, because
And then when
then
you
I
did
said to you, and I
answer
was like,
me, and then when you did answer me, what did you say? Okay, nigga. Okay. That's not how you're supposed to talk to somebody. It doesn't matter who it is.
okay,
That's not how you're supposed to talk to somebody.
but that's because I said to you, hold on, I'm doing something like multiple times, and you weren't
No,
like,
no, no, you didn't. You didn't tell me
I
that.
did. Maybe my mic didn't go through, but I said like multiple times. I'm like, yo, hold on really quick, and I guess you didn't hear it, but I said that to you, and that's why I responded like that because I didn't know. Like, I thought you were just blatantly ignoring it. That's really what it was. I just thought you were blatantly ignoring what I said. So you were just that's really what I thought it was, or else I wouldn't have reacted like that.
So why didn't you tell me that after?
I
You
tried to,
didn't.
but then you were insisting on warning me, and I tried to explain it, and you were like, "There's no excuse for that," over and over again. So I'm just like, I just gave up. I'm like, all right, whatever. I
If you
tried.
just
You
said
didn't.
all right, whatever, I wouldn't have demoted you. I would have just warned you
No,
only.
I'm not. No, I'm summarizing what I said, but in a long story short, I'm like, just okay, do whatever you want. I got bigger things going on.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
know.
said.
When you
But
said that, that was disrespectful. Not because you were speaking the truth. It's more about who asked, and it's more about it's the tone, the way you said it, but also who asked. You think I want to
okay,
hear
well,
that? I'm just giving you a warning. That's it. Whatever you got
all
going on
right.
in your life is your business. I'm just giving you a warning. That's it. Why would I want to hear that? You think that so like you expect me to be like, oh my god, you got a lot going on? Oh my god, congrats! Wow. I don't know. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm just giving
Well,
you a warning. It's called emotional intelligence. I'm just giving you a warning. Why would I? So if I'm giving you a warning, you think I'm happy with you
but
in
you're
that?
warning me. But you're warning me
No,
because you
listen.
don't like.
I'm asking you a question, right? I'm saying if
Well,
I'm giving you a warning, you think I'm happy with you with that warning?
obviously not.
So if I'm not happy with you, what makes you think it's okay to just blatantly say what you said after I gave you the warning? You think what you said was gonna make the situation any better? Yes or no? If I'm not happy, why would you then proceed to say an unnecessary thing to make me even
You know,
like
I can
not
ask you the
that you
same question
meant
though.
to, not that you
I can
meant
ask.
to make me feel that way. I know you did it. I know you did it. That doesn't excuse what you did though.
So I can ask you the same thing though. You knew I was going through something. Why the fuck would you warn me, knowing I already had a lot of shit
Again,
going on?
there's a dynamic, circumstances. There's a dynamic.
Dynamics don't
Let's say
matter.
I
Let's say
slap
you were
you,
working
right?
it.
Listen,
What?
listen,
No.
listen, listen, listen. Let's say I slap you, right? Let's say I slap you. Does that mean that the way you speak to me, I have the right, I am in the right to talk to you the same way back? No, I slapped you. I have like if I slapped you in this scenario, right? I'm
If
the
we were
last
fighting, if we
person
were
that
beefing and
should be
shit like
talking
that,
to
then
you
absolutely.
any kind of way. You
If we
have
were
every
beefing,
right to talk to me a certain way because I slapped you.
then that'd be different.
That's no, it's not about beef. It's about accountability. When you are taking accountability for your actions, the last thing on your mind is why is he talking to me like that? No, you understand why he's talking to you like that. You deserve it. If
Well, I
you
don't agree because
well, you
I
don't have
wasn't
to
doing it.
agree. It's the facts. The facts don't care about your feelings. If I slap you,
It's
Dante,
not the facts.
Dante,
It's not the
listen.
facts though.
If I slap you, what gives me the right to talk to you a certain way you don't like? I'm in the
Well, if we're
wrong. I slapped
no,
you.
no, because if you did something before, like slapping me, to then have me get slapped, then you
No,
would be
but
in the right.
obviously in this scenario, it's just I slapped you. Maybe it was by
If you
accident.
just if you just
Maybe I
randomly
felt
slap
like
me for no
slapping you.
reason, if you just
Yeah.
randomly slap me for no reason and it was on purpose, then yeah, you're in the wrong. But
Okay, but
if it
what
was
about
by
an
accident,
accident?
But if it was by accident, I wouldn't be as mad because you didn't. It's not like you were
It's not
aiming to
about
go
how you
fucking
feel
slap
being
me.
mad about the slap. It's about who's right and who's wrong. Am I wrong for slapping you by accident? I slapped you and you might have felt it or felt hurt, even though I didn't mean to slap you. If I
I
crashed
mean,
your car by accident, I crashed your
I mean,
car in the road, my bad, it's by accident. But then I proceed to talk to you in an aggressive way, like you're wrong. How would you feel about that?
but you're using drastic measures to talk about a non-drastic situation, so that doesn't really matter.
That's no, literally, it is
It,
addressed
it,
to you.
it,
Literally put you in danger, and you literally had
I'm not.
stress
I'm not
with.
talking about. I'm talking about you.
No, I'm saying that we were talking about those people, but in the
Right.
middle of those people, you talked to me a certain way when you did something wrong in those situations. My
But
my job was to criticize your actions in those situations. In the middle of me commentating and criticizing you
you
in those situations, you
you
had
took
the
it.
nerve to talk to me a certain way.
You took it as disrespect because you didn't like my tone. And honestly, this
Yes,
conversation ain't really
tone
going nowhere.
tone
You
matters.
don't. It's not
Tone
really going
matters.
nowhere because it doesn't. It's not really going nowhere because it's just
Yeah, yeah,
we're just gonna agree to
yeah.
disagree. So this is the last thing I'm gonna say. And to be honest, I might just dip after this because
All right, go
respectfully,
ahead,
I
man.
got
You
no
don't need to
problems with
twerk.
you.
At the end of the
I got
day, I
I
made
got
my
no
point.
problems with you.
Facts
But
don't care about your feelings. Facts
right,
don't care
and what
about
I
your
have to
feelings.
what I have to
Facts
say to
do
that
not
respectfully,
care about your feelings.
what I
Look
have
it
to say
up.
to that
Tone
respectfully is
matters.
that
When
you
you
don't like
go
if
to
you don't
file
like
a
my
job
tone, then it's really all
application, the
well
way you talk
because
to someone
I'm gonna talk how I want
matters.
to talk.
The
So
way you talk matters.